Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan, and I had a chance to sit down for a minute with Vanessa Lengies and Marcus Rosner, stars of Snowbound for the Holidays, out tomorrow, Saturday, July 18th, as part of Hallmark's Christmas in July lineup. We hope you enjoyed this short chat about their movie, and tune into Hallmark Saturday night for Snowbound for the Holidays, or check it out on Sunday on Hallmark Plus. Vanessa, hi Marcus. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Megan from Girls Gone Hallmark. Just want to jump right in. Marcus, your character Trey wears a Walkman this entire movie, and I have a couple questions. First of all, did it actually work?
You know what? It did. It did. It was like an old relic. They pulled it out of the box at the top of the chute. I think I broke it at one point. There was like a really janky old plastic clip on the back that sort of attached it to my belt, and eventually it just kind of snapped off, and then we had to tape it on. But it was a functioning thing, and I had a little tape in there, and I think we would play with it between takes and see what we could get on it. And
your character's a real analog dude. He's not into the digitize everything kind of life. Can you relate to that stick with what works kind of attitude?
First of all, I love the speed at which you're speaking to take advantage of these 7 minutes in heaven that we have. These things are so fast. So I'm That's the right way to do it. What was the question now that I've totally thrown us off? But
can you relate to Trey's analog style, or are you more speed of the digital revolution?
No, I don't know. I like to write things down and then cross them off. If there's a list app, then that doesn't really work for me. So I don't know. I'm a bit of a split. I'm a millennial. I'm kind of bridging the gap between,
Meanwhile,
before the internet times.
I only watch movies on a VHS player.
Vanessa's
literally
the analog
only have
one.
a VHS player and VHS movies.
I love that. My husband would relate to that. We're still a DVD family.
Oh, I just got a VHS player, VHS DVD player.
Combo?
Both. Yeah. Now I'm now I have to look into getting DVDs.
Vanessa, your character Cassidy learns to ski in one lesson. And as a person who did learn to ski as an adult, and it did not go as smoothly as it did for Cassidy, I need to know what that experience was like for you. Are you an experienced skier?
I do. I just want to say thank you for noticing that Cassidy just does things very quickly. I have not yet seen the movie, but I did see the clip of her untangling the Christmas lights. It made me laugh how quickly does stuff. There's a little magical essence to her that I didn't really expect as I was acting it out. And I used to snowboard, and I snowboarded a lot. And so skiing was new for me, and I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. It was just, they put me on skis. But how did we do that, Marcus? I was on skis and I just did it. I don't know.
We shot this movie so long ago now. We're both
hard to remember the details.
What year was it?
I'm also good on you, Vanessa. Skiing makes you are like Cassidy.
No, you skied.
Pick
You
things
skied.
up really quick.
I remember we were both on skis. We only had to ski 20 feet in that one thing. We both had doubles for bigger stuff,
yeah.
but she was on the
Sure.
skis, and she did have to sort of slide into this little crash that we did, and she did it beautifully.
Well, something that you did not have doubles for was the tubing scene. And I got to tell you, since I have seen the movie, it's so fun to watch. I need to know what it was like filming that. And did you get to do a million takes? Because one of the advantages of filming this movie in what looked like actual winter instead of July is you get to do some real snow stuff.
Exactly. We were so lucky to have real snow. That would have been a nightmare if that was just produced by the snowman. We had so much fun. We were just talking about it, Marcus and I, just going up and down and up and down. And it was kind of old school for me when I used to film things in Canada where you had just a very limited crew and just limited time. And so we just did it over and over again. And I think it kind of inspired both Marcus and I. There was some kind of childhood nostalgia to tubing down the hill that we tapped into, and we were having so much fun. It was exhausting, but I'm glad to hear that you loved it. I'm so excited to see it because it was fun to film.
Yeah, the fun translates. Are there any moments from the movie that got cut? Well, I guess you don't know that, but maybe I'll
have a moment that
good. I want to hear it.
I had, so mind you, I was very hormonally, I was pregnant at the time we filmed this. And so my hormones were raging. And I remember we didn't have time to film this one scene where my character sees Marcus and his family putting the Christmas tree together with the snowshoes. And she decides that she doesn't belong in this reality, in this life. And she makes that decision and she leaves and she's really upset about it. And cut to the next scene where she's like basically crying to him. And we didn't get to film it. And I remember being so upset that was being cut. And I remember going to Marcus and he's like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. And I'm like,
Vanessa's very big on the script. If it's in the script, Vanessa expects to shoot it. She's a pro.
Yeah,
Marcus is like, what are we doing? Sure.
So I don't like a change of plan either.
No,
I was
not
prepared
especially
for
when
this.
you thought your whole character through and you know exactly what arc you're working on. It was really, really upsetting. And I do think I have to apologize to the director because I think my hormones were not helping my rage. I think it was really bad.
Well, Cassidy comes off so full of fun life. So you don't come off as overly hormonal in the movie.
That part I just kept for Marcus. Also, just get over here. I'm so mad.
One last question to wrap up. We have a segment on our podcast called Did You See That? And I'm wondering, is there a moment in the movie that you think viewers might miss or that you want them to pay particularly close attention to?
Vanessa? Again, it's like we haven't seen it, so it's a little tricky. The tubing is cute. But you know what? Vanessa slipped down some stairs in that one particular scene and tried to spot where that might have been. And it was a whole kerfuffle because she was obviously early stages pregnant. And so it was very concerning to watch. But that will not be in the film. But there was a scene when it happened. And so maybe you can kind of figure out when.
Figure out when that happened. When Vanessa fall down the stairs. That's like this interview.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day with the rest of your interviews.
Oh, thank you, Megan. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark. We'll be back next week with our review of Snowbound for the holidays. Goodbye. All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.